Happy Pi Day, everyone. It's March 14th, 2022. And numerologically, that's 314, which is the number of pi. So, for you math geeks, why don't you go draw a circle? Um, and for you foodies, why don't you go have a slice of pie? And for everyone else, choose one or the other. Short and sweet today. We'll start with a quote, and this quote is from a very famous philosopher. I think everyone knows him, or at least everyone has heard of him. Um, and his name, uh, according to Bill and Ted, was Socrates. But for everyone else, it's Socrates. And he wrote, "The unexamined life is not worth living." So why did I choose this quote this week? Because tarot gives us the opportunity to examine our lives in a universal and archetypal manner. There's 78 of these cards, and they all represent 78 experiences of life, or experiences of people, or experiences of ourselves that we have all come upon at one point or another. So when you're thinking about your life, or thinking about someone else's life, or thinking about your experiences, it's always good to have a visual aid to kind of reference to. And with a good tarot reader or astrologer or some other divinatory expert, you might get some powerful insights. But that's only if you feel comfortable. Your level of insights will rise with your level of comfort with the reader, or the astrologer, or tea leaf reader, or however you like to peek into your life and into potentialities. So without further ado, why don't we do fire, water, air, and earth? Fire, water, air, and earth. Alrighty. So for you fire signs, that would be you Aries, Leos, and Sagittarians. You've got the Eight of Wands reversed. Let's take a look at it upright. It's a bunch of wands that are flying through the air. There's leaves on them, and it's indicative of a very busy time. A lot of things happening, a lot of things going on. Making sure that plates are spinning, making sure you're taking advantage of all the opportunities around you. It's about spontaneity. It's about activity. It's about movement. It's about thinking outside of the box and going with it. Maybe with a little bit of risk or daring associated with it. But for you fire signs, you had it reversed. So what does that mean? A reversal might be a warning to do the exact opposite of that. Wherever you're putting your energies right now, whether that be work, or love, or relationship, or project of some kind, it might be a time to take a step back and do a little bit of planning, and avoid risky and unplanned activities. It's a time of gathering yourself together, making sure that you are in a good mindset. Your energies are focused, and you are focused. When you see a reversal, you want to make sure that you're cautious with what the card might be telling you. So don't make any quick movements. Don't make any grand plans. Take it slow, nice and slow and steady wins the race, as we all know. And yeah, don't move too quickly. Be calm, be attentive, and yeah, pay attention. It's a good thing to walk away with. So whatever part of your life that might be about for you fire signs. For you water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, you've got the two of discs or two of pentacles. Let's take a look at them upright. There's a young man, woman, somewhat androgynous person who's balancing two parts of their financial life or physical life. Um, Kind of moving ahead with not a very clear plan ahead. Kind of creating the path as they walk it. So for you water signs who had it reversed, again, this is probably a planning um, a planning card. Maybe not taking too much on at the moment. Uh, in all parts of our lives, we've got a lot of things going on, a lot of people that we need to take into account, a lot of situations that we need to take into account, and this could be a time to be a little bit discerning on any new things that come into your life, particularly from a physical or financial standpoint. Again, take it slow. Um, don't make too many commitments. Um, don't take on too much because things are in flux. And when you've got the number two anywhere in a reading, it's new information coming in, new ways of looking at things. So take it slow, gather your information, talk to someone that you trust, and don't make any big, grand moves or splashes, particularly in financial life. Air signs, that would be you Libras, Aquarians, and Geminis. You've got the Six of Swords reversed. So this is the things that we're thinking about, the things that we're talking about. Um, Normally, when it's upright, you've got a guy who's helping out appears to be a woman make it across some troubling times. She might have a lot on her mind, and so sometimes it's good to have a friend or it's good to have a person to kind of make some decisions for you as you move forward, particularly when you're dealing with some troubling times or troubling news. Um, but you had it reversed, so maybe you did let someone make some decisions for you and it didn't turn out the way you wanted it to. So it's kind of like a learning. Who can you trust? Who do you trust? Why do you trust them? Um, who do you think about? Why do you think about them? Why are they on your mind? Um, it's important to be very clear about where your thoughts are headed and where your communications are headed because um, you never know uh, if you share something with someone how that might um, pan out later. Maybe you don't want to share everything about yourself or your life. And maybe you just want to keep it to yourself. Maybe you don't really need help. Maybe you just think you need help. Um, Something to think about um, for you air signs. Finally, for you earth signs, that would be Capricorns, Taurus, and Virgos. And we've got a full moon in Virgo coming up on Friday. So it's particularly powerful this Friday for you earth signs. You ended up with the Page of Pentacles. This usually represents people in our lives, people that are pretty close to us, or it's aspects of ourselves. So this is like the very someone who's very focused on money and getting things done, focused on process rather than innovation, maybe. Um, Someone who's just getting their feet wet in a financial or physical endeavor. So maybe that's you, or maybe it's someone you know. Um, Important thing is to Be kind with yourself or this other person. Um, Maybe you need to ask to be taught something, or maybe you need to teach this person something. It's a card of nurturing, but selective nurturing. Don't give to everyone who needs, because there's a lot of needy people out there, and you can't give to everyone because then you yourself are depleted. So be sure to be uh, selective and nurturing of yourself and potentially this person. Um, so I hope that was helpful. And we're done. So thanks a lot for joining. Hit like, hit subscribe if you're on YouTube, if you're on Instagram. Heart me up. Share with your friends. Click on my link tree in the bio. Find me on iwinikimedia.com. And I look forward to seeing you again. Take care and good evening.